What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Man, that felt good. It has been a very long time since I've done that. Welcome to my return to YouTube. A lot has changed, and I personally feel obligated to take you guys through a lot of the reasons why I haven't been very consistent on my channel, honestly, since the beginning. Like, there's periods of time when I upload a video, 3 videos a week. Sometimes at one point in time it was like a video a day. One time I did 2 videos in a day. It was absolutely insane. And then there's other times where I don't post anything for like 4 to 6 months. It is now 2023, and one of my New Year's resolutions, Happy New Year by the way, one of my New Year's resolutions was to start doing YouTube again, because after going such a long time without consistently doing it, I started to remember why I loved doing it in the first place, and I just started to remember how much I enjoyed doing it, and so I decided that I wanted to do it again. And this video could end up being a very long video, I apologize, but this video is essentially meant to take you guys through my life currently. Basically, I'm going to be talking about why I wasn't able to stay consistent, a bunch of things that are happening in my life, things that I've went through. I'm basically going to take you through my whole 2022 to catch you guys up to speed. And another goal that I have with this video is also to take the channel in a more personal direction. My favorite channels are always channels where I feel like I know a lot about the person that I'm watching, and they're not just a face that I'm watching explain something, or explain some theory or something like that, or some perspective, whatever the nature of the video may be. I like YouTube channels where I feel like I'm just watching a person. So I have my laptop here, and on it I have a list of things that I want to talk about, and I might talk about some of them for a very, very long time. I won't try to go on too many tangents, but you all know me, it's probably going to happen. So let's start. Why has it been so hard to stay consistent? Basically, there was just a lot going on in my life. I did upload videos in 2022, but barely anything, to be completely honest. It was mainly just those cinema vlogs, and I think I only did 3 or 4 of those. And it's just because so much is happening in my life. 2022 was the end of my junior year and the start of my senior year of high school, and I've taken on a lot of new responsibilities, and I'm actively pursuing my dreams. It's to the point where they're not even dreams anymore. Like, I'm reaching them, and I don't know, now I can just sort of look at them as goals, because my dreams are becoming a reality, which is a really, really cool thing. But yeah, there was just a lot going on in my life, professionally, academically, emotionally. There was just so much going on, and that's why it became really hard to stay consistent. Which leads me to this next thing, which is an essential announcement that I am pursuing film and theater equally now. It used to be only film, but then I got more and more into theater, and I absolutely fell in love with it, and we're going to talk about more theater here in a second, I promise you. But I'm at a point in my life right now where I am equally pursuing film and theater as a passion and as a career. So now we're going to go into the 2022 run-through, and this is a lot of stuff, so sit back, relax. I hope you have something to eat or drink, because this could take a while. So first up is moving back. My channel has been pretty chaotic in regards to this. I started it my freshman year of high school, and now I'm a senior in high school, and there's never been any consistency or consensus on where it is I'm going to be staying. My father was in the military for 20 years, and because of that, I moved around a lot throughout my youth. But then even after that, when COVID hit, he got a job offer, and we moved to a different state, and then I decided that, and which is here, we moved there, and then I decided that I wanted to go live with my mom, so I went and lived with my mom, and I only stayed there for a semester. Then I decided I wanted to come back here, so I came back here, and you've been able to see that on my channel, just the constant moving back and forth, and that's a whole nother story. I might do a video on that at some point, probably a lot further into the future, explaining that whole situation if you guys would like to see that. But that's the paraphrase version of it. There were a lot of things going on, and there was a lot of confusion and just emotional things that caused me to move back and forth so much. But I'm back here, which is where I am when my dad first got that offer and we first moved down here. That is the place I'm at now. It's the place I'm back now. That's basically what happened. And yeah, it's my senior year. I'm in the 2nd semester of my senior year of high school, and I only have a few months left of my entire my entire youth schooling career, which is insane. I that's really insane to fathom. I can't believe that that is a thing that is happening. So yeah, basically this is going to be a play-by-play through my life in 2020. I got back second semester of my junior year, instantly right back into the theater department that I fell in love with down here when I lived here before. I saw the encore of the competition show that I missed because of that semester that I was away. I got to see an encore performance of it. It was amazing, and it got me revitalized in the world of theater, I guess. And then I auditioned for their next show, and then I got the lead role in that show, and it was absolutely amazing. It was Puffs by Matt Cox, which is the infamous spoof of Harry Potter. It's in about an hour and a half to 2 hours long, depending on which version you're doing, and it's a absurdist spoof comedy of the entire Harry Potter franchise. It covers all 8 years, and it's absolutely insane. I had an amazing experience doing that, but also behind that, I was going through a lot of things emotionally. I'm not going to give you all the gory details, but I went through a major heartbreak through the time in which we were doing that show. We call it Puffs era. I went through a major heartbreak during the Puffs era, and no one really knew it was happening except for people that I'd talked to it about. Like, usually with this theater department, everyone knows like everything that's happening with everybody, like all the drama and things like that. But with this, it was kept super on the down low. And yeah, that was my first major heartbreak of 2022. And there were a lot of things that happened in Puff's era, like aside from that just kind of sucks. So, you know, basically, like, my 2022 was basically like, it was simultaneously the best year of my life and also the worst year of my life, because no other year before have I made as big of steps forward towards achieving my dreams as I did in 2022. But also, there was no other year before 22 in which I had my heart broken so many times and at such severe levels as I did in 2022. So it's sort of a double-edged sword. And that heartbreak took me until like well into the end of the summer and into the first month or so of my senior year to get over. But I had a lot of things there for me that I could also focus on, also in regards to achieving my dreams. I'm going to spare you guys the heartbreak sob story. So after Puffs, which was a school show, I was in my Theater 3 show, which was just restricted to the Theater 3 class, and that was called The Old Man and the Old Moon. One of my favorite shows that I've ever been in. Honestly, that show is so beautiful. The set was gorgeous. The music was absolutely astonishing. I loved being in that show, and it was an absolutely euphoric experience. And I was also hard at work on my first major short film titled Monotony. If you follow me on social media, you know a lot about this movie. You've probably seen a lot about it. I'm sorry, I don't know what's happening with my voice right now. You've probably seen a lot about it. You know a lot about it, and because I posted, it was just nonstop posting about it. So excited about that. And we started production in May and then finished production over the summer. And the release process was very, very, very difficult because originally the plan was to send it to festivals, but that didn't really work out, and it got to a point where I just wanted people to see it. So I held a screening right here in my town for a bunch of kids in the theater department, and it's uploaded to YouTube as an unlisted video, so anyone who wants to see it, they just have to reach out to me and I give them the link and then they can watch it. I think I'm almost to a point where I want to release it publicly on my YouTube channel, but the thing is we wrapped production on it like way back in August. And so I've been living with it for a long time, and I'm hard at work at my next film, and I sort of want to leave Monotony in the past, but it's still a film that, for the most part, I am extremely proud of, and I do want people to see. It was a very personal film. It was definitely a passion project, and overall, as I said, I'm really proud with the way it turned out. And through that process, I also made my best friend in the entire world. She played the lead character in Monotony, and her name is Milena Knapp. And trust me, in the years to come, you are going to be hearing that name all over the place. She is my best friend. We're so close, but she's also an insanely talented actress, and I just know, despite how much she may doubt herself, Milena, if you're watching this video, stop doubting yourself. Despite how much she may doubt herself, I know she is going to have a thriving, marvelous career as an actress, and she's going to get so much recognition, and she's going to be a household name. So keep an eye out for that name, Milena Knapp. I'm telling you guys, she is a star. But aside from that, she's also my best friend. We got very, very close through the process of Monotony, and it got to a point where we were just hanging out all the time. All the time. But she was a senior at this time, and she's now a freshman in college, and now I'm a senior in high school. So she's a year ahead of me, and so I had to say goodbye. Obviously not permanently. Her university is an hour and a half away. I can't visit too often because, you know, gas is like way up. But she is my best and closest friend, and I love her so much. Melanie, for watching this, I love you. I love you so much. And Monotony was such an amazing process, and she also has one of the leads in my next upcoming film, which I will talk about later. Oh, no, it looks like I'm talking about it right now. Yep, The Coldest Serving. That is my next film. It's going to be about twice as long as Monotony. Monotony was like 23 minutes. Coldest Serving is probably going to be around 30 to 45. This is a much different film than Monotony. It deals with a lot of the similar subject matter, but Monotony wasn't really meant to entertain. Monotony was a very dour and somber, moody drama. And it was a modern-day tragedy, essentially. And Coldest Serving is that, too, but it's also, at its heart, a very white-knuckled thriller. It is a single-location thriller, and if you want to know more about that, you can check it out on my Instagram at Zaybeast. I've posted a lot of information about it, cast and crew list and everything, and I'm making the film, but I'm also producing a play version of it, because originally this was written as a play for a playwriting competition. Then I looked at the guidelines of said competition and decided, no, because they wouldn't actually put on a production of it. It was just going to be a stage read-through where people were holding the scripts, and that just wouldn't give the feel of the play that I want people to, it wouldn't give people the experience that I would like for them to have. So I decided to independently produce it on my own, and then I adapted it into a screenplay, and they're basically the exact same. There's like very little to no changes whatsoever. So I cast the cast and crew for the play and the cast and crew for the film. It's the same crew for the film and the play, but the casts are different. And I'm also going to have an understudy performance of the play, in which all of the understudies get to play those roles, so that all of the understudies get to have their moment as well. I thought that would be really awesome to do. And yeah, The Coldest Serving, I'm not going to tell you too much more about it. Like I said, you can find a lot of information about it on my Instagram, but I'm extremely, extremely excited. I think this is the film where I'm really going to prove my potential as a filmmaker. I couldn't be more excited. I'm going to be filming that this summer. Hopefully. Hopefully. There's a lot going on in my life this year. Alright, next thing to talk about is competition theater. Way back in March of 2022, I auditioned for the 2022 to 2023 competition theater season at Ocean Springs High School, which is the school that I'm at right now. And I ended up getting the lead role in our show this year, which is titled Bokon, and it is an absolutely incredible show. And let me take you through this. There are 3 levels of competition with this competition theater. We have Drama Fest, and then we have MTA, and then we have SETC. It's been a while since we've gone to SETC, but this year is nothing if not a redemption arc. It is an absolute comeback story, and it's been absolutely amazing. We went to Drama Fest, we advanced to MTA, and at MTA, much to my shock, I won the Best Actor award for the entire festival. And that was a very, very special moment for me. That meant the world to me, getting that recognition in front of that many people. And we also won the award for Best Production, which is why we're going to SETC, and only 2 shows can advance from MTA to SETC, and we were one of them. It's the runner-up show and the Best Production, and we got Best Production. So that's absolutely insane. There's also an award ceremony at SETC, and I am extremely excited for that. But yeah, competition theater is a very, very fun experience most of the time. We get to travel a lot. So for Drama Fest, like every time we travel to the competition, we all get on a bus and we all get our hotel rooms. It's usually four kids per room. And yeah, you just room in your hotel. You basically hang out, you have a lot of fun, you watch other school shows, and then comes the day when you're supposed to perform, you get your adjudication, which for those of you who don't know, it's like 3 judges who watch the show, and then you come out and they give you feedback, and the entire audience is there, everyone's there to hear it, and then you just wait until the award ceremony and hope for the best. And we've sort of gotten the best. Knock on some wood, because I really want to do great at SETC as well. But yeah, it's an absolutely incredible experience, and I encourage any of you, if you're still in high school, you're thinking about theater, and your high school offers competition theater, please do it. It is such a euphoric experience. I absolutely adore the experience of competition theater. Like I said, most of the time, because yeah, sometimes it can get super stressful, but this competition theater journey has absolutely reshaped and changed my life. And there's a lot of big things happening with my theater department right now, because the next thing we're going to be talking about is Frozen the Broadway musical, the rights to which were recently released for a thing that they're calling the United States of Frozen. And we were the first school in the entire nation to win the rights. Other schools that are performing this show are going to be doing it in their spring 2024 season. We're doing it this spring. So we're going to be the first school in the world to perform Frozen off of Broadway. And it is the original Broadway version. It's not cut, it's the original 2.5-hour version of that show. And I could not be more excited. Even more exciting, Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, will be coming to our school to see the show. I still can barely fathom that. Like, it doesn't feel real. It's not going to feel real until the day we see him walk in there and he has, like, guards following him because he's freaking Bob Iger. Like, that's absolutely insane. And I'm also going to be in that production, and to say that I'm going to be in the first off-Broadway production of Frozen is just... Do you know how good that's going to look on a resume? Anyway, we also have a show upcoming in February in which I'm directing a scene of. It's divided into several scenes, and each scene has a different director. I'm directing a scene of it, and the two stars of the scene that I'm directing were my two co-stars in Puffs. We played like an inseparable trio. God, I love Puffs so much. Not so much Puffs era, but I loved Puffs. Like, that's the most fun I've ever had performing a show. I wish I could go back to it. But yeah, along with everything else, 2022 was also a year in which I discovered a much deeper passion for other forms of art as well, especially and mostly music. I had to learn how to play the guitar for my role in Bokon, and because of that, I'd been wanting to learn how to play guitar for a long time, but this was the first time where I had to learn it. Like, there was absolutely no choice. I had to learn it or the show would have failed. So I learned how to play guitar for the show, and I played guitar in the show, and then it got to a point where on my own time I wasn't even learning the music for the show anymore. I was just going through a bunch of songs that I really like and just learning a bunch of stuff. I learned pretty much all of Conan Gray's discography. He's my favorite artist. Yeah, and I can play guitar now. What do you guys want to hear? Tell me what you want to hear. If you can see that I'm the one who understands you, been here all along, so why can't you? So yeah, I learned how to play guitar, and then I got into writing my own songs, which I've been writing my own songs for a couple of years at this point, actually, and I've released 2 of them, like, just on my Instagram. Like, I haven't, like, released them on Apple Music or Spotify or anything. I still need to learn how to do that, but I'm happy to announce that I am hard at work on an EP, and it's going to be 5 tracks long, and then I'm gonna be working on a full-length album after that. I'm done writing all the songs for my EP. I've gotten all the chord progressions composed and everything, and I can play all the songs on my guitar, and it was a solo effort. I was literally the only one who worked on any of those songs. No one else had any input on it. I came up with all the lyrics, all the instrumental and chord progressions, and I'm super, super proud to say that. And I'm just excited for people to hear it. It is a somewhat deep peek into my past and my youth, and sort of into my present a little bit, and I'm really excited for that. So yeah, after the summer, after we finished Monotony, I went back to school, everyone went back to school, and for me, I started my senior year. Still hard at work with the competition theater in Bokon and our performances of that, because SETC is in March. But yeah, I got back, and I was sort of at a point where I was coming to terms with the heartbreak that happened to me a lot earlier in the year that I talked about earlier. A lot of things happened, and I'm happy to say that through it, I found someone to share everything with, my feelings and my emotions and my art, and all of that stuff. And similarly, him sharing all that with me. I am in a wonderful, wonderful relationship, I'm so happy to say, with Lucas. Lucas is my boyfriend. We're going on 5 months, and it is the absolute best relationship I've ever been in. Lucas, if you're watching this, I love you with all my heart. I love you so, so much. The closing song on my EP is actually about Lucas. It's just like a really sweet love song, and I have never been happier. Honestly, I can absolutely say that. I have never been happier. I'm happier than ever.
I don't relate to you.
don't relate to you, no. Anyway, I'm gonna stop being cheesy now. Let's go on to talking about the other things. And I don't talk shit about you on the internet. Lucas is also in the theater department. He is a very, very talented actor and singer. Just all around the board, Lucas is a very talented person, and we met through the theater department. So now I want to talk about this summer and what's going to be going on with my life this summer, because I got into college. I'm going to be attending Cleveland State University in Cleveland, Ohio, where I will be majoring in film and theater production, and that is just insane. But I also got in with a merit scholarship of $8,500 every single year that I attend. And I'm just so excited that that is happening. I'm going into that next chapter of my life. I cannot wait, because I'm getting as far away from here as possible. Look, I love the people here. I don't want to be here for the rest of my life. I'm going up north. My final goal is New York City, to live there and be doing theater and film. That's also Melena's final goal. Me and Lucas, we want to live in New York City eventually, with Melena and her significant other, and all of us just doing theater and film and just, I don't know, just living our best lives, to put it in cliched terms. And yeah, saying it like that, absolute pipe dream, but it's gonna happen. We have so much determination, there's no way it's not going to happen. It might not happen within the next year or two, or within the next 3 or 4 years, but it is going to happen before 2030, I promise you. There is no way it's not. We are all too dedicated and too passionate for it not to happen. And I intend to work with Melena on every single project that I do in the future, because one, she's my closest and best friend, she means the world to me, but also she is genuinely insanely talented, and having her involved in every project in some way, whether it be on screen, behind the camera, on stage, backstage, whatever it may be, she brings so much to every single process.
No, wait, go back like 10 seconds, go back, because you can hear me like, no, wait. Yeah.
And those classes are going to be starting in the August. Over the summer, I am going to be filming The Coldest Serving, and that's going to be a very long and tedious process, because like I said, the film takes place all in one location. It's supposed to be 30 to 45 minutes long, so that's going to be really long filming days. I'm talking from I don't know, maybe 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Yeah, but we're gonna get a lot done, and I'm very excited for it. I just hope everything goes according to plan. I just hope the movie turns out to be the vision that I'm envisioning it as right now. I'm extremely excited for that. Melena is also in that, as I said. The lead of it, though, is actually Presley Allen, who is another one of my best friends. Absolutely love you, Presley, for watching this. I adore you. You're an insanely talented actress, and I had so much fun doing our individual scenes together at MTA. And another big thing that's happening with the department, it's really going to be my final big moment with this theater department before I start living my life, and that is performing at the largest international theater festival in the world in Edinburgh, Scotland. We were invited to go and perform there, so we're going to be doing that the first 2 weeks of August. We're going to take a plane over to London, we're going to spend some time in London, and then we're going to take a train all the way up to Scotland. I can't believe that. Here's the thing, though. The day we get back is only a few days before my college classes start, so I'm going to get back here and not get any sleep, book a plane ticket, and then have to fly all the way up to Ohio and then take a day to, decompress and then start my college classes. That's going to be absolutely chaotic, but I wouldn't trade it for anything. Scotland is going to be an absolutely incredible experience. And yeah, and then after that, I'm starting my college career, and that's just crazy. I mean, I'm going to be living my life. I'm going to spend a year at college. Lucas is going to come and visit Ohio with me this summer. At least that's the plan. And then I'm going to spend the year at college, and Lucas wants to attend CSU as well, and we plan to finish our college careers there, and then, eventually, when we're stable enough, head to New York and live the dream. And that's just the fact that I'm at the point in my life where it's reasonable to start making plans like that is absolutely insane. I never thought I would get here. I remember being a freshman being like, ugh, so many days of high school. It's like that scene in Perks of Being a Wallflower when Charlie, first day freshman year, he's like, I have exactly 1,300 something number of days to go. And I watched that when I was a freshman, and I was just thinking, oh, Damn. Like, that's a long time. And now I'm here at the finale of it. And it went by so fast. And I feel like a lot of that had to do with COVID. COVID just turned the world upside down. So now that I've taken you through all of that, things that have been going on in my life, why there's been so much going on, and why I haven't been able to stay as consistent as I would like to be, now it's time appropriately to segue into talking about the future of the channel itself. First thing is, from now on I want to do reviews and discussions for everything. Like, everything. For movies, for games, for music, for theater, books, all of it. I want to do reviews and discussions and analysis videos for all of that stuff. And analysis videos might end up actually being more common. Like, analysis and discussion videos will probably be more prominent on the channel than just basic reviews of just me sitting here giving you, you know, my very scripted and structured review of a form of media. And in that, I want to have a lot of guests on and friends of mine to talk about these movies and just have really good discussions about them. I also want to do more personal videos and vlogs. This is a personal video, for example, and the vlogging, which I've already sort of started with my cinema vlogs, which are a ton of fun to do. And I also just really want to promote the theater and film lifestyle, so I would love to have videos telling you guys about our shows, videos of going to competition. I think I want to vlog the trip to SETC and make a YouTube video about it, because I really just want to encourage people to pursue theater and film. Like, I want to encourage artists, like, if they're thinking about pursuing that, to really take a shot at it, because it's such a unique experience, and you meet so many amazing people doing it. Guarantee you're gonna make a few friendships that will last a lifetime if you're doing theater and film. It's such a bonding experience, and I really want to make videos that highlight those areas of my life. I may or may not start a podcast. That's a little more off and on. I love the idea of having a podcast, but I feel like it wouldn't really provide anything more than my YouTube channel provides, because my YouTube channel is already a lot of, like, deep, in-depth discussions. And so I don't know how much a podcast would really add to my repertoire. As far as upcoming videos, I don't really have, like, scripted plans for anything. Obviously, I'm going to be making a lot of videos, and it's probably just going to be rapid fire, but because there's a lot I need to catch up on with 2022. I think I want to do one long video where I talk about everything that I saw in 2022, my favorite movies of 2022 and things like that, movies that I thought were just really good, like, just, you know, catching up on all the movies that you guys that are essential for a YouTube movie channel to talk about. Yeah, and then after that, I'm gonna try and review as many new releases in 2023 as I possibly can. So there you have it, guys. That is everything. You're all caught up for the most part. That's everything going on in my life. It's everything that I want to do with the channel moving forward, and I hope this video was in some way entertaining. I do want to apologize about the background. It's still coming together. I have LEDs back here, you know, I have some decor, but I gotta fill this blank space right here, and I gotta get something right here. This can't just stay a blank wall, and I have plenty of things I can put right there. I just have to muster up the motivation, you know, like I need to stop being lazy. I just need to take the things off my wall and move them over here. It's really not that hard. But anyway, guys, I hope this video wasn't too boring. If you're still watching, thank you so much. This is gonna be a pain in the ass to edit, but I'm going to get it done. I love all of you guys. Thank you so much. If you're a viewer that has been watching me since I started the channel, like since my freshman year, and you're still watching and you're watching this video, I can't even fathom that. Like, you've stuck around with me for 4 years. That's absolutely insane. I'm my own biggest critic, so I'm always going to look at my videos and be like, oh, that could be better, that could be better, that could be better. I'm happy that you guys enjoy them. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It really does mean a lot. I'll see you in the next video, and until then, keep writing, keep shooting, and keep editing.